Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I'm so impressed by this crowd. It's amazing. And thank you to the Frye. Thank you, Anna and Amy, for organizing this and curating it. And thank you to the other readers. I'm so honored to be in conversation with you. And the conversations of the art, too, is really cool. So thank you. My name's Justine. I have been writing poems on envelopes. And I'm going to read, I have 3 that I have written in the past. I felt that they were in conversation with mainly the art in here. And then I'll read 3 bits that are specifically I wrote while thinking about the art specifically. Were I talented, were I talented, were I talented, would I have talents, would I have talents? This next one is inspired by The Little Mermaid, but the creepy original Hans Christian Andersen version. And I thought it was appropriate relating to the nautical themes in the exhibit. I charge you to make a perfume that smells, stinks, reeks of the sea, none of sunscreen or sand, or the cleanness of salt flats in the arsenic city. In a few years from now, how can you breathe while on land your legs will feel like knives when dancing? With every step we love ourselves on the white screen, the rust in the carriage underbelly. I charge you not, don't make that Holy Ghost perfume, just glue without the wine, without the rose, fail or not the ocean, and you will turn to sea foam, the scent a knife from your sisters, and the kelp bulbs jellied and bandied on the flea jittered and jiving shore, the scent a knife to remember, the scent a knife to kill the one you love the most. Or so I sent you not to be sought, to be so besotted, to preen like that, to flirt, to flop, to burn, to prattle, to smell so bad like them and not come back. Sepia sky for your sorrow. A tiny dream of tiny daffodils in you. So sweet in spring, my mind tries to protect me. Okay, so poems from the exhibit. This poem, I was thinking a lot about those sculptures back there where Antonia carved the shape out of wax, and then the wax gets dipped into a tub of ceramic slurry, and then it gets lifted out, and then usually the wax gets melted out of the middle, and then metal gets poured into the ceramic mold, and then in the process of making the metal, the ceramic is destroyed. But in keeping it as the ceramic, the sparkly sculpture thing, keeping it that, it's I think she explains it better, but it's wanting to keep this space and memory of that transitory state, and then honoring the wax that was once in the ceramics. So I was thinking about that, and then also there's different sculptures by Martin, Wong, and Antonia that they've put in their mother's garden, and there's so much thinking about their mother. And I've tried to write this poem for years on a computer, and it didn't work, so I think it works in an envelope. I don't think I ever loved her more than the time I ran out into the storm to pluck summer hail from the grass, and she popped them in her mouth, and they rattled against her teeth. That one of her favorite stories is that a teacher once said, "Moi wai, you have tiny ears." That my sister and I have the same tiny ears, all allergic to almost everything except gold. That Papa has worn in her tiny ears the same pair of stud earrings, flakes of rounded gold like seashells for years. And if I don't make it home in summer, I miss all her choy, the yam leaves, squash leaves, the choy grown from seeds from Jess's grandpa, choy you can't buy anywhere, the best apple pears, the tomatoes, the maijelan, gardenias, jasmines, plumeria. So I try to. This one is sort of responding to this and the sort of starry look of it. The heartbreak. Did it come first, or the cottonwood fluff? Or always at the same time, starry white at first drifting, then piled at the edges of the grass on tufts of dirty fur kicking around. And this last one, I spent a lot of time stalking out this Twilight Child piece, really thinking about it. And I also wrote this, because I'm procrastinator. I was writing this last night while listening to this incredible cellist in the group Dyad, at Cam, at commentary. But it was so amazing. So I was responding to this, the cello music. And there's a word in here, la faena, a Spanish word meaning the performance at the end of a bullfight where the matador kills the bull. Still, to distill the chaos will, to stalk, to swing, to bound around the bull ring. La faena, mi faena is internal. These months, the flora repeating on, eternal. You can't pass without the crush of them. I mean, crush them, stab me, I can take it, I can take it. The shape still, split lip, and the story of islands. If we become our own extinct species, behemoth, with terrifying ribs each, but the same dreams of twilight, of walking against the sky, then bent over from the wind. Hasn't it been seismic, so inchoate, what we have seen of it? Thank you.